Ladies and gentlemen, fine brothers and sisters of science, welcome to the decommissioning of a very strong superconducting magnet that is carrying 89 amperes of current within a coil of superconducting wire. And I think that coil weighs over 300 pounds or more. So let me draw a coil picture here of what a coil might look like. A coil of wire. Now, if you've ever been a child and made a electromagnet, why, here's your chance to see an electromagnet. It's a coil of wire with current in it. It's got 89 amps flowing in there. And all this is in a bath of liquid helium. Liquid helium. Because liquid helium has a boiling point of 4 degrees Kelvin. Yeah, Kelvin's probably some guy in science that invented something and he gets his name on the temperature scale. So what's the big deal about Kelvin? It's all about zero, friends. At zero, the molecules stop moving. No more kinetic energy in them. Totally stopped. But let me not get distracted here. Let's get back to the story of why this magnet has 89 amps and how can I get rid of these 89 amps, my friend? I'm glad you asked. What we do is we jam in a probe. Kind of like sex, but no, this is for a magnet. And that probe has the 2 wires on it. And that 2 wires brings the current to the outside. So let me see what's going to happen. Of course, these wires are not necessarily superconducting. They're just plain copper wires. So here we gotta go and zooming around there. 89 amps like the Indianapolis 500 racetrack time for those little electrons. And they just are zooming around and they are totally resistance free, which explains the name of superconductivity. Let me spell that out. Superconductivity. So, I stick my probe in there, I touch there, and I say, come on, electrons, come on up my wire. And they basically say, nope, no thank you, because they're in total zeroness. There is no desire for it to travel. Now, I'm going to get a little bit pushy here, and I'm going to just turn on my power supply, and, yep, I'm going to force some electrons that way. And I'm going to pull them out that way. And what happens? That's right. Oh, you there. Yes, that's right. It will flow through this piece of wire that just happens to have zero resistance, which is great. Will it flow through the coil? And the answer is nope. Because the coil has created itself a magnetic field. A magnetic field. And in order to increase or decrease the current, increasing the current will make the magnetic field grow. Grow. And that growing magnetic field actually causes a counterpressure and causes the electrons to be blocked somewhat. So, nope. It's a constant flow of 89 amps. It does not increase as long as I have this 0 ohm connector. If I was able to snip that wire, get in there with a pair of scissors and snip that wire, why, that'd be the day. Those copper wire, those electrons would just zoom right out of there, snip the wire, zoom right out. Gee, that's a possibility. Well, they didn't end up doing it. You know, the guys that manufacture these machines, They just keep on a-thinking and stinking. And they came up with an entirely different way to do this problem. That's right. So, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You probably already know it, because if you're watching this video, you're a scientist already. But for those wannabe scientists, I'm going to show you by my piece of chalk here how it happens. They have a little coil of nichrome wire, which is about 100 ohms. Y'all better know your ohms, I guess. Ohms. And they put about 9 volts across it. And what handier device that has 9 volts than a 9-volt battery? 9-volt battery. Are you joking? You think you can do something to a superconducting magnet? Huge, powerful, god-awful power magnetism. It'll yank a wrench right out of your hand with a 9-volt battery? Yep, I'm afraid so. Because all we need to do is to heat that region of interest up to become a few degrees hotter than 4 degrees Kelvin. And this, very special metal, if you could even call it a metal, I forgot what it's made up of. I think it's niobium. That's a cool name. Niobium. Tin combination. So it's not your typical piece of copper. No, copper doesn't cut the mustard. You got to have niobium. Niobium is the material that makes the coil of wire. So you heat that up, and guess what? Yep, that's right. Loses your conductivity, and it gets about 7 ohms in my case, in my magnet. And 7 ohms is just great. Just great. So, that's how you do it. Let me tell you, if you actually did suddenly activate that 7 ohms, you're in a dangerous situation, which is explained in my actual decently presented intro part 1. So go on to that little clip and you will discover what happens if you try to put 89 amps of current through 7 ohms. Well, it would definitely be seeking an alternate route now that we've got the resistance there, so that 89 amps would definitely be a shooting out there as much as it could possibly be. So we're going to put a very gentle pushback out here. Well, I kind of drew this upside down compared to how I had previously drawn it. Upside down. In other words, upside down means upside down, so let's just leave it at that. I'm not going to go into more detail. We have to put something here to chew up the current, to chew it up. We've got to burn this off. We've got to get this outside, burn it off. That's how you decommission a magnet. You've got to take that energy and burn it off. So why don't you just hop on over to the... so this is like the introduction to the introduction. That's right. Thank you for your time and your money. Talk to you later.